Hi there, and welcome back to Triplicate and Amigas. We thought we were done with Amigas, right up to selling the second one on eBay and Hermes delivering it broken, which I was very unhappy with. However, in the last video we looked at Cloanto Amiga Forever and could not get it to work with old Amiga software, specifically the Kindwords word processing program. However, a few days ago, 3 days ago, a YouTuber, Sean Bergin, thanks Sean, posted a comment on the last video saying, "Have you upgraded to version 9? No, I hadn't, and the next day Cloanto emailed me saying I could update for free. So that I did. So let's fire up version 9 of Amiga Forever and see if that works. Just go. Just do it. Tip of the day, don't want a tip of the day. Right, here we have it, Triplicate Amiga 3000. Now if, oh come on, check for updates, go away, just get on with it. If we edit that and go into media, floppy disks, we have the Kindwords 3 program disk and extras, don't know whether we need that. DH0, we have the Workbench 3.11 hard disk, and I have looked at this and it still seems you can't do anything about making the disk at least the size it was on the original Amiga. It's still just enough to put the operating system on, so you can't install anything on it. Anyway, we're going to try and run our program off the floppy, and I also have DH1, which is actually just a folder on my hard disk on my PC. So should we fire this up like this, and it's opened on the other screen. So there it is. Well, great. So if we go into here, here's our Kindwords 3 disk. Let's fire it up. Attempting to load program Kindwords 3. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's doing something. That looks hopeful. Oh, blow me, there it is, it's loaded. So should we attempt to open a document? Open. DH1, these are all my my old floppies, which I ported across successfully using Amiga Explorer. So we'll have a look in WordProc, we'll have a look in Doc. Right, we'll have a look at how to play past the pigs. which was a game from the, well, it's still going apparently, still get it, and it's good fun. But anyway, it's just a document for now, and there we go, it's open that document. And I keep trying to use the scroll wheel on the mouse, which of course doesn't work on the Amiga, so there we go. And that's a mathematical analysis of how to play that game. Should we, I don't know whether it will record this at full screen. I don't know whether it'll make it full screen. Come on. Oh, yeah, get on with it. Oh, there we go. And there's a lot of that. Oh, look at that screen resolution. Look at those grainy fonts. And look at that mathematics to play a silly game. Right. So, version 9. Amiga Forever. It works. So now I think I will try and get the music sequencer program Music X going, because that would actually be really useful if I could get that going. So I'll have a think about that and bring you back. Right then, so what I'm going to do is take the Amiga 3000 again and create copy again, and edit it, and music X. Okay, so we want media, so we want to add floppy disk file, programs, that's programming, ADF files, Music X, musicx.adf. Okay. Okay, after a bit of faffing around, I believe I've made some sense out of this. So the first thing we want to do is create a copy of Amiga 3000, edit it, media. So we've got the built-in boot, so we want to put the Music X disk as DF0. So we hit add, and there it is. Open, that's the one, and whoops, it's replaced the hard drive with that floppy, which is not what we wanted to happen. So let's cancel it and edit it again. Fortunately it didn't save that. Whoopsie daisy, now that's got to be a program, but I didn't want it to do that. Why would I want it to do that? However, I have had a bit of a round and round the houses play with this off camera, and I have found that if we look in here, if I grab the Music X examples, which is not a boot disk, that's fine. And now if I add the Music X program disk, there's a second floppy, it doesn't overwrite the boot disk. Work that one out. Never mind, we've got there. And finally I want to add shut up, a directory. So these are all my old compositions on the Amiga. So we'll have that, okay, and that's come up as DH1. So we should be good to go here. And if I hit OK, start her up, and there we go. So let's go into our Music X disk. Fire the program up. That's looking promising. Error. That's not looking promising. Okay, shall we try again? We'll try something different. Let us see if we take another copy of Amiga 3000. So let us try and add the Music X, which has killed off our boot, but we have the Music X there, so we're gonna put that in there. So let's see what happens if we try that one. So that ADF is a 1.3 boot disk, apart from being Music X, and it's booted it as 1.3. Okie dokie. Right, okay. Well, there it all is. I'll let us try to load Music X. Oh, fingers crossed. Well, there we go. So now we need to come out of this and edit this again. Select folder. Okay, and that it thinks is DH0. Okay. Go back into this. Okay, we're back into Music X, but now if we load a performance, should we go into, oh, here we go. We're in our little folder. We'll go into inst1, we'll try a piece called Embrace, and there it is. So if we hit play, so there it is, and that is spewing out MIDI data somewhere. So shall we, just for the hell of it, see if we can get it to send MIDI data somewhere where we can pick it up. Okay, so I've looked in the documentation and I think I might know how to get this to to do MIDI. So we edit this again, we go into configuration and serial MIDI, and it tells us something about it. I think that's all we want to do in that. And if we go into here, tools, options, and scroll down here, go on, make an idiot out of me. Oh no, hang on. Emulation, possibly want to be in there. Video, audio. Windows MIDI input. Now loop B, internal MIDI input port. That's just so you can port MIDI from one Windows application to another. So I am going to set both of those to that. And we are going to fire it up again. Oops. Okay, so after some considerable wait, we have our piece loaded up here. So if I hit play, that should be sending the MIDI. Oh, it's sending it round in a circle. Well, we'll might need to go back in there again. So we have here the MIDI aux program, which is just a MIDI monitor. If we can move that. While since I've used this, MIDI devices, MIDI inputs. Okay. Oh, that's not doing anything, so I shall have a play with it anyway and see if I can get it to work. Okay, so not quite sure what was going on with the loop B and the MIDI aux. So instead of trying the little M Audio MIDI interface, which I am waving at the camera here so you can see what's going on. So at the minute we just have the USB light, active light going. So if we now go back into options, emulation, look for the jolly old MIDI down here somewhere. Windows MIDI out, we don't want it. Right, we've set that to MIDI port Uno out, which is this. Okay, so now we go back into here and load our little piece of music in. Okay, so here we have our piece of music loaded in, and can't see this button. Maybe we can both see this button, this light at the same time. So let's hit play. Oh, there we go. Yep, I think that's showing up on the camera. So it starts quite slowly, this piece. So there's just a few notes playing. And gets busier. There we go. So it works. We can play Music X pieces. Do I want to go back to writing music on Music X? I guess not. But at least it means, with a bit of fiddling about, I can now record all these back into live, so I have them on the PC. So right, I think that's it for what was supposed to be a 5-minute video, but Amiga Forever I forgive you. You have come up trumps. What more could I say? And thanks again to Sean for the heads up on the new version. I shall look forward to resurrecting all my old pieces of music. I might make some videos on them, you never know. So for now, that's it from Triplicate. Subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment if you've got something to say, and for now it's goodbye from Triplicate, home of interesting electronics. Goodbye. Okay, discovered what was the problem with the Loop B internal MIDI and the MIDI aux. If we go into the Loop B little application, there's a mute, and that mute was turned on, possibly automatically when it started feeding back, looping back. So we make sure that mute is off. We hit go. It has to go in there. We hit go on Music X, and you can see the input monitor is flashing little red flashes to say it's getting MIDI messages. So there we go. So that really is it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and again, goodbye.